Hello and welcome to the latest Progress Wrestling Hype Show. Today we are going to be looking at and hyping up the matches for this coming Sunday the 23rd from the Electric Ballroom, Chapter 151, Heavy Metal. Sorry about that, I did embarrass myself slightly. I'm joined by my co-host, as always, the Mad Dog, Mr. USA, Mike Angus. Mike, how the devil are you? It seemed like a long time since we've done one of these, but of course we did the hype show for G Money's Darth Lad Emporium a few weeks back, which was a tremendous show. But how are you doing, my friend?
Amazing, Jonas. Yeah, absolutely great to catch up with you again, as always. It does seem like a long time since Gene Money's Daft Lad Emporium, but what an amazing show that was. People have been absolutely raving about it, and they had so much fun at that one. And that's testament to show as well. Heavy Metal, April 23rd, sold out at the Ballroom this coming Sunday. We absolutely cannot wait.
I've even got the sold out graphic there, Mike. Looks like it's never happened before on the hype show, but now I've been able to bring out the sold out graphic. But absolutely, let's say G Money's Darth Lad Emporium was an absolute riot. And if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. The ticker is rolling along the bottom of the screen. Go to progresswrestling.com/watch. Get 2 weeks free trial. You can watch that. You can watch chapter 150 as well, which was the show before. And what a tremendous show that was. That incredible main event and fantastic angle between Spike and Cara Noir, which kind of leads us nicely to what we're going to be talking about in this hype show here for chapter 151. But seriously, if you're not already signed up to Progress on Demand, it's dead easy to do so. You get 2 weeks free trial. You get every single chapter show from Progress Wrestling. You get promotions from all over the world included. It's excellent value for money. I'm signed up. Mike's obviously signed up. But the best, I think, $7.99 you'll spend every single month, and value for money, especially with the content that Progress are producing alone. And of course, after chapter 151, you'll be able to see it a week or so later, drop on demand. But yes, definitely worth it, and get your 2 weeks free trial. But Mike, as we alluded to, we are looking ahead to chapter 151, Progress Wrestling Heavy Metal, from the Electric Ballroom, the spiritual home of Progress Wrestling, Sunday the 23rd of April, this coming Sunday, 3 p.m. kickoff. As always, our now usual kickoff time for Progress Wrestling. And it's going to be a fantastic show. And as you mentioned, the show is already sold out. There's been a number of matches already announced, which we're going to go through. But just looking ahead to this Sunday, it is a very, very exciting event for Progress Wrestling, and a bit of history as well, with the main event being a cage match. I believe a first ever in Progress history, Mike.
That's what I've been told, Jonas. Yeah, and I've watched back a lot of the shows in the past and caught up with everything. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be really exciting. I'm just thinking back to I've only seen a couple of shows in the UK that I've had like decent cages, and obviously I was at WrestleMania the other week in LA, so I've seen the Hell in a Cell there a couple of times and stuff like that. But I'm so excited to have the cage in the Ballroom, and it'd be interesting to see how how we go about getting that set up and things like that.
Absolutely. But before we talk about chapter 151, I want to ask you a bit about your WrestleMania experience and the Wrestle Tours experience, and of course the VIP experience and all the fantastic VIP guests that the Wrestle Tours, people that purchased through Wrestle Tours were able to experience, and the whole event itself, the whole 2 days, the whole week. But how was it for you, and what sort of experience did the Wrestle Tours guests have?
Oh, mate, it was amazing. We had such a great time. And, we had 40 or so guests from the UK along with us on this trip. And we stayed in the Hotel Indigo in LA, which was an amazing hotel. And, everyone was a group all together. We took people out on trips, went out for lunch and stuff. And, we went to WrestleMania, we went to SmackDown, we went to Raw. We had the Hall of Fame experience as well. And we had like the most amazing suites at WrestleMania as well to watch the show from.
Wow.
We had special guests aplenty came in to visit us. Santino was there, RVD,
no.
James. It was just, and people popping in to visit just every now and again, Victoria, Chavo Guerrero. And we met up with so many cool people while we were over there as well. We managed to pop along and catch Impact Wrestling while we were there. And we took some of the fans along to WrestleCon as well, and got them to meet some of like the classic wrestling stars. I finally disproved the theory that I am in fact Sergeant Slaughter by the fact that both of us were in the same room at the same time. So Justin Clapper's got that one wrong there. His
Fantastic.
Journalistic integrity will be nothing now after that one.
Absolutely. And I know that Wrestle Tours are already advertising and selling suites and tickets for next year, WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. So go and check that out. Go and check out Progress socials or Wrestle Tours socials to get information on that. And considering what a success this year's Wrestle Tours tour of the US and LA for WrestleMania 39 was, I'm sure WrestleMania 40 is going to be every bit as good and as better. But good to see you back on home shores, Mike. And like I say, good to be talking again about the next Progress show. And here we are. Let's talk about one match that I'm particularly intrigued by, because I believe it's actually the singles debut for a certain LA Taylor. Of course, famed member of the Lana Austin Experience, the heavy, the muscle, you could say. But LA Taylor makes her singles debut against Session Moth Martina. Now, this will be a fantastic match. And I think there's a little bit of a rivalry between these two of sorts. But I know that on the day, these two are going to give the Progress faithful in the Electric Ballroom a fantastic match.
Yeah, well, LA Taylor is somebody I've been watching for quite a while. And, she is going to be a top level wrestling talent, and I can't wait to see her Progress singles debut and against Session Moth as well. That's a huge matchup for her, and I'm just wondering if she's got what it takes to take on the Moth, because Session Moth is so versatile a performer. She can be a comedy wrestler, she can do the technical stuff. She's wrestled in Japan, and as well, she's one of the best drunk wrestlers I've ever seen. Somebody who can drink that much before a match and still perform to that high level. It's obviously she's a star, and it'll be a really intriguing contest to see how LA Taylor gets on in that one. She is strong. We'll just have to see what happens. But it's going to be a really exciting matchup, that one, and a great way to to kick off her singles career against Session Moth, who's been going at it a little while now.
Absolutely. But like you say, you said that Session Moth is a very versatile and somewhat unpredictable wrestler that LA Taylor, I'm sure, will find out on Sunday. But LA Taylor, extremely strong, powerful, one of the best kind of new female wrestlers to the Progress roster, making her solo singles debut on Sunday at Heavy Metal. That's going to be a fascinating encounter between, let's be honest, two of the best female performers in the UK right now. And you never know, with LA's connections with the Lana Austin Experience, there could be shenanigans. We hope not, but you never know. Especially in the Electric Ballroom. Now, another match that we're going to talk about, and between two individuals who have had a fantastic 2023 already inside of a Progress ring, Mike. Man like DeReiss and Callum Newman. I mean, do we really need to say too much about this match? I think it speaks for itself, surely. Man like DeReiss, one of the most informed wrestlers in the world, and Callum Newman has just had a star-making match at Chapter 150, a member of CPF. But honestly, these two, I think, will deliver a highlight reel of highlight reels when it comes to Sunday at Heavy Metal from the Ballroom. I've got to say, this is one of the matches that I'm salivating over, really excited for. Every so often, there's a match that comes along that really piques your interest, and this is that.
Yeah, exactly. And but both guys, interestingly, are coming off losses, so they're both going to want to avenge the fact that they've just picked up an L on the sheets there. So it'll be interesting to see how they both go at this match. And obviously, saw DeReiss over in LA. He was wrestling for GCW over there at the time, and he's done an amazing job this year with the 0121, and Callum as well. What a match he had. It was insane. And,
it was against Nick Wayne, not Leo Rush, but Nick Wayne, of course. And
Of
was
course,
just
yeah,
an incredible match.
Reese who took on Leo Russia. Both had tough opponents, international opponents on the last show, and they're both going to want to prove, who's the best out the two. And it's going to be, it'll be a really interesting matchup, that one as well, because but Reese, as well as his technical style, he has got good aerial ability as well. And obviously, Callum Newman's known as the Prince of Pace, and his aerial ability is exquisite. So this will be a really interesting contest, and it'll be intriguing to see who comes out on top in this one as well, because both are gifted athletes, but both are on that upward trajectory as well. So it'll be intriguing one.
They really are, and both proving themselves as two of the best performers in the UK. Both versatile, both adaptable, both very, very strong and fast, and exciting futures. And they both appeared at G Money's Dark Lad Emporium. So go out and watch it. You know why we're chuckling, because there were some interesting scenes involving those two at G Money's Dark Lad Emporium. I urge you to go and sign up today and check that one out, because it's unlike any other wrestling show you've ever seen before. But I'm just going to bring up that graphic one more time. That is going to be a barnstormer. Man like DeReese, Callum Newman, both of them on exquisite form in 2023, and to put the two of them together in the same ring at the Electro Ballroom is going to be it's going to be mind-blowing, to be honest with you. Hold on to your hats. The next match I want to talk about, so that we're looking forward to at Heavy Metal Mike, is this one here. If my graphic will work, there we go. Millie McKenzie, Suplex Millie, against Sky Smithson, the second member of the Lana Austin experience that we've spoken about already today. We spoke about LA Taylor earlier on, but Sky gets her opportunity in a singles match against Suplex Millie McKenzie at Chapter 151. Wow, another really, really intriguing match here. And we've seen Millie and we've seen Sky in a Progress Ring in 2023 already this year, in some interesting performances. And I think this one is going to be no less. I'd love to know your thoughts on this one, just a few days out from this show.
Yeah, well, Millie picked up a huge victory over Lizzie Evo at Chapter 150 and proved that, she can take things serious. Lizzie, obviously one of the best female competitors on the planet. So for Millie to pick up a win there is huge. And, and now she's going into this with Sky Smithson, who I know has been working so hard in the gym and is obviously an important member of the Lana Austin experience. My issue with this one is the fact that it does, it's advertised there with Lana Austin experience involved. So does that mean we're going to be getting some Lana Roki in the ballroom at the weekend? That's my concern. I'm worried about my microphones, my speaker equipment.
Yeah.
She was on absolutely top form in LA, causing havoc all over the place wherever we went. Bit of Lana Roki, and also a bit of beer pong against Lee McAteer. I believe Lana did win in beer pong at the tailgate party, so that'll be interesting to see whether that comes up again. I'm not sure quite what was on the line there. There was some sort of handshake or something over something there, so there could be more to come from that. And obviously, Millie McKenzie is she's looking to go after that Progress Women's Championship, I believe. So this is a big stumbling block potentially for her, going against Sky Smithson, who's a very talented individual herself. So this will be another interesting contest, and we'll have to see who picks up the victory in this one, Jonas.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Millie McKenzie getting the win over Lizzie Evo at Chapter 150, but Sky Smithson put in a stellar performance in the match that she was involved in. So both of these two individuals are on fantastic form. But going back to Lana Austin, I've got to say, I'm not sure if Lee's watching this, but I'm becoming a bit of a fan of Lana Roki. I don't know if I'm the only one. I am becoming a bit of a fan of Lana Roki. I don't know. Maybe it's just her dulcet tones that are kind of having an effect on me.
You'll be Jonas. Never mind, Jonas. Don't tell him that.
As long as she doesn't drag me into the ring to do Jonas Oki or Lana Oki or any sort of Oki. But
you've put it out there now, Jonas. It's out to the public. We'll have to see what people say. If you want to hear Jonas singing at the Electric Ballroom, just let us know. You know, in the comments.
You haven't heard my voice. You don't want to. But Millie McKenzie versus Guy Smithson. Another reason to get your tickets. Well, you can't get your tickets. You'd have to sign up to demand to watch this. But if you're already going to the ballroom, if you've already got your tickets for Chapter 151, you will not be disappointed. But for those that haven't got your tickets, why not? But scrolling along the bottom of the screen are details of where you can get your tickets for Super Strong Style 16, taking place on May the 27th, 28th, and 29th. The 27th from the Dome, and the 28th and 29th from the Electric Ballroom. I believe it's a bank holiday weekend. In fact, the 29th is a Monday bank holiday. So get your tickets today. Just go to progresswrestling.com/tickets. It will transport you to the Dice FM app where you can get your ticket or tickets for the individual days, if you can only make one day, or all 3 days. I think there's combo tickets available, isn't there, Mike? And I know day one is the first round of Super Strong Style, and then there's a second show which includes the talent from WXW. Mike, tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, I believe it's the first day, Jonas, that has the WXW guys on it. So yeah, the WXW show is going to be straight after the Saturday show. So the day one shows in the afternoon, and then in the evenings WXW, and then on day two, which is the Sunday, we're going to be having more of the Super Strong Style tournament, and then obviously the finals are going to be on Bank Holiday Monday. So what a weekend it's going to be a real party, that one. So yeah, cannot wait. Really looking forward to it. Should be good fun.
But get your tickets today. All the details are along the bottom of the screen. Just go to progresswrestling.com/tickets and get your tickets today for Super Strong Style. You will not be disappointed. You'll see me there and Mad Dog Angus as well. How about this one for an intriguing match then, Mike? Of course, as advertised at the moment, Eddie Kingston versus Leon Slater versus Danny Black versus Lio Rush in a four-way match, a four-way dance of sorts. And you've got some extraordinary talents from the UK there in Danny Black and Leon Slater. And then, of course, two of the best stateside talents in Ring of Honor's own Eddie Kingston, and, of course, one of the best independent talents in the whole world. And, of course, making his third appearance for Progress, Lio Rush, and some tremendous talent there. And that is another really, really exciting first time ever, one-of-a-kind match inside a Progress ring.
Something really different, that one, and it's going to be so exciting to welcome Lio Rush back. He's been absolutely amazing, you know, and I've seen a lot of people in the States especially talking about him recently, how he's had he's had a change of mindset or whatever, and is just looking so amazing. Every match I've seen him in, he's done something different that I've not seen before. He had a brilliant match at Impact Wrestling when I was in the States the other week, which was, it really stood out, just being an excellent competitor. And obviously, Leon Slater, the youngest in charge, is someone from the 0121 he's the absolute shooting star, one to watch out for. Be epic to see him. And similarly, Danny Black was out in the States. I didn't get a chance to catch up with him, unfortunately, but I know him and the CPF guys had a brilliant time. And Eddie Kingston, I've worked with Eddie in the past at TNT Extreme Wrestling, which you can check out on Demand Progress. I've obviously ring announced for Eddie there. And, Eddie's a brilliant talent. I have heard he's picked up an injury recently, so I'm not quite sure what the status of him appearing is going to be, but I'm sure we will know before the day from Progress, and we'll find out what happens there. But going to be an amazing matchup, whatever happens with that, because the talent in that matchup is just astronomical. So cannot wait. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. So we keep our fingers crossed that we might see Eddie Kingston in the ballroom. But nevertheless, when you look at Leon Slater, Danny Black, Lio Rush, just those three alone, and the pace that those three, and the electricity and the action that those three can provide in a ring, that's going to be exciting, worth the price of admission. And I can see, the action tumbling outside the ring as well. So, hold on to your hats for that one.
Watch out in the front row.
And the second, third, and fourth row as well. I've seen how it gets in the ballroom for sure, and it will be no different on Sunday. The final match we're going to talk about today is a very, very intriguing match, and this story has been going for well over a year or more now inside of a Progress ring. It could be a culmination of sorts. We don't know. But we do have this huge, huge match. And of course, for those of you that were at Chapter 150, inside the Electric Ballroom a couple of months ago, you would have seen Tom Dawkins regain his Cara Noir character, persona, and all the traits that come along with it. Cara Noir is back officially inside of a Progress ring. He will be taking on his long-time bitter enemy, Spike Trivet, the Sovereign Lord, the Vulture of Progress and the current Progress World Champion. But this match is unlike any other we've seen inside of a Progress ring, Mike. It's inside of a steel cage. And if memory serves me, we touched upon this earlier. I don't think Progress have ever had a steel cage match before. Now, to put these two inside of a steel cage is going to add another level, another element to this already incredible rivalry that's taken so many twists and turns over the last 12 months or more. And of course, you've got the factor of Spike's new faction, and of course you've got the Smoking Aces and Bullet. That the cage, I'm guessing, is there to keep everybody outside of, any interference, any shenanigans. But this is Spike Trivet we're talking about here. But I know that Cara Noir has a lot to settle in this match. But I know Spike Trivet is looking to be a fighting champion and looking to defend his title once again against Cara Noir, this time inside of a steel cage, Mike.
It's going to be absolutely wild, Jonas. Can't wait for this. And I know so many fans have been excited about this. This is a lot of them talking about this. And, even in the States, people who haven't caught up with Progress for a little while or whatever are talking about this. They cannot wait to see what happens in this one. And that feud now has been, it's been going on for a year. Pardon me. Been going on for a year and still absolutely amazing. It's captivated the audiences, and it has been a brutal feud, and it's only going to get even more brutal inside a steel cage. We've seen what Spike Trivet can do in the past. We've seen what Cara can do. Both amazing wrestlers, amazing athletes, and amazing storytellers. And when they're inside a steel cage, anything could happen in this one, and it's for the Progress World Championship. So, we're going to have, an amazing matchup on Sunday. And as you said, first ever inside a steel cage of Progress. So the ballroom is going to be absolutely rocking, sold out, and it's going to be packed out. And, with that cage in there and with that, anything could happen, Jonas. Anything could happen.
Absolutely. And we must remember that Cara Noir was a fighting champion. He was the people's champion of Progress, Mike. And he only lost the title because of Spike Trivet. And I think it was a steel chair or two to the head of Cara Noir in his match against Jonathan Gresham roughly a year ago or more. Like I say, that really fueled the flames and kickstarted this bitter rivalry that leads us to where we are now. We've had all the ups, we've had all the downs. But like I say, the steel cage, in many promotions around the world, this is to end a feud. This is to the culmination, but we will see on Sunday if how the match goes, and if it is the end between these two. I think this is a feud that will never end, in my opinion, Mike. This is a hatred and a rivalry that will never end regardless of what happens on Sunday. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that the hatred is certainly there. It's strong, and if you're lucky enough to have a ticket to the ballroom on Sunday, obviously the show's sold out, but you're one of the lucky ones, and there's people who have missed out on tickets. Unfortunately, make sure you get your tickets for Super Strong Style now, because you don't want to miss out on what's going to be another amazing event at the end of May and the bank holiday there as well. So there's a lot of people so excited for this, and it's going to be special, Jonas, and it's going to be great show. Cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait for Sunday, and look forward to seeing everybody there.
Absolutely. And the show is called Heavy Metal for a reason. There's going to be that heavy metal cage around the outside of the ring for that main event, that Progress World title. And to see if Cara Noir can reclaim the title that many might suggest he unfairly lost at the time. And I'd say could very still well have been the Progress World Champion today if it wasn't for the shenanigans and the dirty dealings of Spike Trivet. But here we are more than a year later. It's been one of the most memorable feuds, one of the most memorable rivalries in Progress history. But Mike, Sunday the 23rd of April, just around the corner, the Electric Ballroom Heavy Metal Chapter 151. It's going to be a tremendous show. But then just a week later, we're going to be at the Bowlers BEC Arena in Manchester for the Love of Progress Chapter 152. Now, this has already had a great amount of fanfare, some great matches and talent already announced, including Leo Rush. And of course, Tate Mayfair has been very vocal on social media over the last few days, bigging up his match against Warren Banks. And you will see on April the 28th, Friday, April the 28th, Warren Banks versus Tate Mayfair's there at the Bowlers, the BEC Arena. And of course, we spoke about Spike Trevay and Cara Noir and his faction, Dominators. Please help me with this. Dominators Regnum.
I'll leave you to it. How's your Latin, Jonas?
It's not great.
And they're going to be taking on Sunshine Machine and Sanity.
Mike, come on. I must. Oh, okay. This is a blooper. But this is going to be a fantastic and a match that, you look at the competitors involved here, the current Progress World Tag Team Champions in Sunshine Machine, the current or the former Atlas champion in Big Damo, and of course, you've got Axel Tisha, both members of Sanity there. So that's going to be a hot match between 8 tremendous individuals. And like I say, I'm sure we'll speak more about this match ahead of next Friday's show in the Bowlers BEC Arena. And of course, also announced, we mentioned Leo Rush just a moment ago, he will be taking on former Atlas champion, Northwest Strong member Luke Jacobs. And that will be interesting because Leo Rush has typically gone up against smaller, more agile guys, and Luke Jacobs offers a completely different package there, more of a bigger, hard-hitting, heavyweight style that Leo Rush will have to combat and compete up against on Friday the 28th. And then, of course, we alluded to it, Super Strong Style. And of course, already announced on day one, you get WXW and the first round of Super Strong Style on Saturday the 27th from the Dome in Tufnell Park, and already announced to appear Nigel McGuinness. He will be there. We're not entirely sure what his roles will be, but he will be at the Dome, Tufnell Park, and at the Electric Ballroom on the 28th and 29th. And I'm sure we will see Nigel McGuinness throughout those 3 shows. And of course, the first match that have been announced for Super Strong Style is, of course, the Clock Strikes Midnight match. I'll repeat that, the Clock Strikes Midnight match. Easy for me to say. And this long-term bitter rivalry will come to an end between Alexis Falcon and Nina Samuels at Super Strong Style. And Mike, already, I'm already salivating over the prospect of what we are likely to see at Super Strong Style. The details are along the bottom of the screen as far as where you can get your tickets from, but not too far around the corner, my friend.
So much to look forward to there. I was going to say, you've got Luke Jacobs taking on Leo Rush in his hometown. He's got that hometown crowd behind him. I'm really intrigued as well to see. It's been brewing for a while, but Bullet and Big Damo have been on a bit of a collision course. And they're in that, it'd be great to see them finally lock horns, those 2 big beasts. And there's so much talent involved in that matchup itself as well. It's just going to be great. And then, of course, I was in Disneyland last week, or Disney World even, and the Clock Strikes Midnight match. So we'll, we're going to find out what that's all about very shortly. And, that's going to be a huge one. And that feud obviously has been going on for a while. We've had Nina soaked in blood. We've had Alexis getting a chair around her throat and strangled with that. And then, there's been so much going on there that'll be, a very interesting way to see what happens with that feud next there, which will be a Clock Strikes Midnight match. So
there we go. Well, it's only one way of watching.
Might turn you into a cart or something.
But get your tickets today. Seriously, I had my first Super Strong Style experience last year. I'm just kind of hooked on those 3-day events now with Progress Wrestling. You've got to be there May the 27th, the 28th and 29th. Go to progresswrestling.com/tickets. have a look. There's lots of different options available. You can get your individual tickets for the daily shows, or get your bundle tickets, get your combo tickets for all 3 days. It's really good value for money, and you will not regret it. Like I say, day one with the first round of Super Strong Style Tournament and WXW in the evening, so 2 shows for the price of 1 there, and day 2 and day 3 back in the Electric Ballroom for the subsequent round matches of Super Strong Style and all the featured matches also. But Mike, so much to look forward to, but not forgetting heavy metal. And this is what we're looking forward to this coming Sunday, the 23rd of April, 3 p.m. kickoff time from the Electric Ballroom in Camden, London, and so many amazing matches to look forward to. I'm going to quickly skim through them. That main event, that heavy metal cage match, Progress World Championship on the line, Spike Trivet, Cara Noir, one of the biggest and best rivalries and storylines that British wrestling have seen for many, many years, if not forever. That's going to be on the line this coming Sunday. And then, of course, you've got some of the best talent, independent talent from the UK and around the world going to be involved in this one here. That's another match not to be missed. And, of course, Millie McKenzie, Suplex Millie, will be taking on Sky Smithson and the Lana Austin Experience. I'm sure not too far around the corner. We shall see. But I know Millie has some good friends that could be watching her back. Who knows? Mallet Dries versus Callum Newman, worth the price of admission. These two have had some bangers in 2023 already, and this is going to be no different. And of course, LA Taylor making her solo debut, a solo match debut in Progress Ring, going up against Session Moth Martina. That's going to be a very fun and intriguing match for everybody inside the Electric Ballroom this coming Sunday. But Mike, I can't wait. I'll be there. You're going to be there. Hopefully, the fans at home will be there as well. And if you're not, if you have been unlucky and not been able to get your tickets for heavy metal, then go to progresswrestling.com/tickets and get your tickets for Super Strong Style 16 right now. Get it, do it right now. Don't be that guy, because you will miss out and you'll regret it for 3 fantastic days of action from Progress Wrestling. But Mike, it's been wonderful to get back in the saddle with you and do one of these hype shows. This is, I think, number 22 from us. So we are putting together some great content for Progress Wrestling fans at home. But great to see you again, and looking forward to seeing you again on Sunday, my friend.
Thank you very much, Jonas. Yeah, thanks, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you there at the Electric Ballroom. It is going to be an insane one. It's going to be epic, and I'm sure we'll all be talking about it for a long, long time. And we're looking forward to some of our Wrestle Tours guests who were in LA with us joining us at the next few Progress shows as well. So that's great stuff to hear, and just the more the merrier. Tell your friends all about it. Tell everyone about it, because Progress Wrestling is here to stay, and we cannot wait to show you what we can do with this cage match on Sunday. It's going to be really special. So look forward to seeing you all there.
Right. Heavy metal, Mike. Heavy metal. We will see you all there, guys. We'll see you all there.
Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to, oh, on that day? Oh, Cinnamon, you should be afraid. Oh, Cinnamon, you should be afraid. Oh, Cinnamon, you should be afraid. And I was afraid. I was afraid that a man like me wouldn't be able to carry a title like this, wouldn't be able to walk this through the world if the Black Swan walked in that same world. Through this whole process, I wanted to expose you for who you are. And in a perverse way, I accomplished that, because Cara Noir really is who you are. And I know that now. What I didn't mean to happen was for you to show everybody who I really am. People know my real name. They chant it at me. They saw me fall to the Black Swan. You hold a victory over the Progress Men's World Champion, and we all know what has to happen now. And usually, I would do everything in my power to put every advantage in my court, to stack the deck against you. But I don't want to do that. Do you know what I've realized is that every time that we have fought, it's been about you. Because all I wanted to do was destroy you, take everything from you, leave you with nothing. But this time, it's about me. If I can't beat if I can't beat Cara Noir on my own for this, then I don't want it. I would rather walk through this world with nothing than live in your shadow. And what you said is true. You really did strap this company to your back in the industry's darkest time and pulled us to the light. And then I took it all away. And now you're back. You're back to defend your home. Well, in the time that you've been gone, your home just happens to have become my kingdom. And this kingdom needs a ruler. And so it's time for everybody to find out who that ruler really is. So let's keep everyone out. No Dominatus Regnum, no Claire, no Sanity. Just you and I, the Black Swan and the Vulture. Two birds locked in a cage. I will unleash violence like you have never seen upon you. I will tear your feathers limb from limb, and I will give you the fight of my life.